What's going on, everyone? It's me, Bradley, back with another video. In today's video, we're going over how to pose your models. Now, obviously in photography, you're gonna be posing a lot of models and dealing with a lot of people. And that's if you're into fashion photography or portrait photography or family, baby, whatever. You're gonna be dealing with people in some kind of way. But if you're into fashion or into portraits, and you know, especially if you're a guy, you're gonna get a lot of females that come out and just, hey, I'm a model, I wanna do this. And if you're new into photography and this is your first time doing this, I know you're probably nervous and you're like, what do I tell someone that never modeled before? Like, what do I say? What do I do? Well, don't worry, I have 8 quick tips that can help you achieve modeling poses or make you look like you're the man or the woman that can tell that model how to pose. Like, you want to seem like you have control or you know what you're talking about on the field. So I understand how you feel, and these are the 8 quick tips to get you started into posing models. Number 1, soft hands. Now, the reason why I say soft hands, or what soft hands are basically you relax your hands. And you see how my hands kind of fold naturally. If you do this to yourself, like if you do this, your hands just naturally do this. This is soft hands. So basically a lot of this, a lot of this, a lot of this. And you've seen this in magazines, you've seen this with like high-end models, you've seen that. That's soft hands. Number 2, smile with the eyes. Now what that means is you're taking your lower lids of your eyes and you squint. That's basically what it's saying, or you're laughing through your eyes or whatever they say, but normally smile through your eyes. And all you're doing is this. Number 3, now this is always a habit with a lot of models, especially beginner models or amateur models or someone that isn't a model, they always look at the camera. Now me personally, I have had models look at the camera. It's not a big deal, but sometimes the best photos are when they're not looking at the camera. It's more looking like the candid kind of look when they're not. It's like a surprise kind of thing, like you caught them off guard. A lot of those are better because, in my opinion, this is more opinionated for me, where it's like it brings out more emotion rather than them looking at you. Like, you can still get emotion out of the image or out of the model when they're looking dead at the camera, but it's a little bit better when they're looking away. It just gives that a better story, just a better emotion. You can feel the energy a little bit better when the model is not looking at the camera, kind of looking away from it instead of looking dead into the camera. Number 4, now this one a lot of people probably don't really do. Mouth open. Now what I mean by that, it's not like this. Like, not that mouth open, but more of your mouth is slightly open with the smile of your eyes. You wanna have the mouth slightly open because what it does, it gives more of a warmer look, more of a relaxed look. If my lips were closed, and I'm looking at you, it gives more of a bored look, more of an intense look, more of a colder look, a meaner look, if for lack of better words. That's what it means. So I prefer, if you really want these models looking great, or amateur models looking great, all you have to do is just tell them, open your mouth just slightly, and it's just right here. Just right here. That's all you gotta do is that, have the eyes squint a little bit. That's pretty much it when it comes to number 4 when you open your mouth. Number 5, chin out and down. What I mean by that is when you take a picture or portrait of someone, it's always a 2D look. Pictures are always 2D. So to make it a 3-dimensional look, like there's character, like if there's depth in this photo, have them chin out and down. Now, I don't think it looks good on this camera, but basically I always have the models look away. That's why I say look away and have a strong cheekbone. You can kind of see it. I'm looking at my monitor now, trying to do it. I'm looking the wrong way. But anyway, chin out and down is basically you're exposing the jawline, you're exposing the chin, you're making it a strong look. That's all you're doing. This goes for male models and for female models. You're giving them a stronger jawline. Because when they're looking dead at you, everything is flat. You want to give it a dimensional look, so that's why they're looking this way and looking away from the camera. That's why also have them look away from the camera. It gives more of an emotional feel. That's basically what doing the chin and looking away and the eyes and all this is gonna come together and you'll see what I'm talking about. Number 6, foot movement. Now what I mean by that is, sometimes I think a lot of models, which a majority of models, don't really use their feet a lot. It's more of like they just kind of stand still, like they just stand there, their legs are locked, because a lot of people don't know really what to do with legs. Best thing I would do is pretend like they're walking. Capture them in motion. So tell your model, hey, walk towards me, or hey, walk that way, or walk to this way. And I'm gonna capture you walking. It gives a better sense of emotion and it gives more life to the photo. Number 7, now this is more of the photographer rather than the model. What you should do is shoot at a lower angle. Now I always shoot at a lower angle because it makes the model look larger than life. You always want your model looking larger than life or bigger or more powerful. It gives you that stance. Now, fun fact, not really a fun fact, but it's more of a fact. And I learned this actually when I took an art class in college. Kind of started that whole shoot at a lower angle to make them look larger than life. And this is actually true. This is what I read in my art book and what my teacher told me, or my professor told me. Hitler. Yeah, I know, it's crazy. But yes, Hitler was short. So what Hitler did to make himself look larger than life, that's why he always had huge stages, and that's why he did all that, is because he wanted to look larger than life. It was propaganda. It made him look bigger, it made him look taller and look stronger. He started that. So that's why when people shoot at a lower angle, it makes the model look larger than life. And number 8, take control of the photo shoot. That is so important. Don't allow your models to do whatever they want. Now, if they're experienced, yes, let them just tell them what you're trying to get the vibe of or whatever, and they can kind of handle it on their own. But if there's someone who's never modeled before, do not let them do whatever they want, because they don't know what they're doing. So it's gonna show in your photos when you're taking it. It's gonna look awkward. They're gonna have weird poses. It's not gonna make any sense, and it's just gonna make your photos look amateur. So do not allow. That's actually the biggest thing on the A. Control the photo shoot. You are in charge. You're the one that's putting out the vision. You take charge no matter what. So you tell them how to pose. And if they try to do a pose on their own and doesn't look good, you tell them, hey, nah, don't be mean about it, but just be like, nah, don't do that pose. Just say, no, you may not want to do that. And they're like, okay. But always take control, because you want to look like you know what you're talking about and you know what you're doing. Now, this next part here is how to pose 2 models. Now, I was on location at my parents' house. We actually shot with my dad's 1965 Ford Falcon. I think it's 1965. Don't quote me on that. I really don't remember the year. I know it's in the 60s though. I think it's 1965, but it's a Ford Falcon. My dad got it from my grandpa, and basically it was passed down to him. So now my dad's just restoring it. But basically I wanted to do a photo shoot with that, and it's with 2 models. Now the same concept applies when it comes to 2 models. You're doing the same kind of pose, the same kind of facial expressions. Except there's 4 main things you do have to understand when it comes to posing 2 models. Now I'll explain that in a later video, but I'll give you the 4 right now, but I'm gonna say it again in the other video when I'm on location. I'm gonna say it again. So here are the 4 tips you need to know when it comes to posing 2 models. 1, they have to be dressed alike. Number 2, they have to create a symmetrical shape. Now what I mean by that, pretend this is model A and this is model B. What I mean by symmetrical shape is they come together and they make one shape, or they become one person. Number 3, models must connect in some kind of way. And finally, number 4, one model is more expressive than the other. Now what I mean by that, it just gives character to the photo, it gives character to the shoot when one model is more expressive than the other. So without further ado, let's jump on location and let's go over how to shoot 2 models. So when posing with 2 models, the 4 things you gotta know is that 1, they gotta make a symmetrical shape. So what I'm gonna have them do is I'm gonna have Charity come on and lean out of the car. Okay? And then I'm gonna have Meeka come closer. There you go. So now, with Charity, all you're gonna do is you're gonna look out past towards that car right there. Then what you're gonna do is you're gonna look right at that tree, but slightly above that tree, okay? So this is what's creating this symmetrical shape right now. So if you were on this side, you would see that it's creating one complete shape, so making 2 people one person. The second part that you need to know when it comes to posing models is that one is more expressive than the other. So with Charity, I'm gonna have her have more of a, where is he looking? If they're waiting for someone to come into the car or waiting for someone to give him a ride, she's gonna have more of a expressive look. So, with you, Charlie, what you're gonna do is you're gonna have more of your eyes. So you open your mouth, right? And you're gonna look out kind of more of a shock look, like, there you go, just like that. And then what Meeka's gonna have is more of a less expression, just kind of staring off into space in a way, but not really. So, so exactly where I told you to look, you're just gonna look right at that tree, okay? And then Charity, like I said, you're gonna look right at the right part.
So.
Am I leaning out enough?
You should be, yes. Okay, so now, third part is they have to be obviously dressed similar, but dressed according to what the scene is. So you see she's wearing a burgundy sweater that's matching with the burgundy car, and they're both wearing white and black pants, matching. And the fourth part, make sure that they're always connecting in some kind of way because to make that symmetrical shape. So I'm gonna take a photo right now, show you guys exactly what I mean. So go ahead, Charity, make your face. Good focus here, and there we go. And that looks good. There you go, beautiful, I love it. And also, make sure you're always talking to your models and telling them a good job, or this looks great, or all that, because you want to make sure that they are doing a great job. It's okay. Setting your scene, you want to make sure that you're in a secluded area, so you don't want a bunch of cars and traffic, even though there's traffic riding past right now, but you don't want a lot of that. So you find a secluded area like this, with a lot of trees around or nothing around, and then the second part is you have to make sure that your model and your prop, whatever, is standing out from the background. So there's no distractions, because you don't want anything in the background distracting the viewer's eyes. And the third thing, you want to find your leading lines. So the leading lines here are on this car. So I want to make sure when the viewer is looking at this, that the lines will force their eye to look straight at them. So I'm going to show you a couple of shots and show you how I'm talking about. So like I said before, you can go ahead and you look at the scene. And Charity, you're going to go ahead and have your right shoulder against hers, right? And you're going to look just that direction like this. And what I'm going to try to do is capture this leading line right into you guys, okay? So, here we go. Same thing, try to move your left shoulder back to be a little more still. There you go, right there. So we're going to get this shot here. 3, 2, 1. All right, the first shot. We'll try one more time. And 3, 2, 1. Perfect, I love it, I love it. We're gonna do this one more time here, okay? Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Oh, this is awesome. This is beautiful. And they love it. That's the third That's basically it when it comes to posing. So like I said, the 4 things we have to remember when posing, especially when it comes to 2 models, is one, that they create a symmetrical shape, meaning that they show a sense of togetherness. Also, with that said, that they're always somehow touching or their arms are crossing. So like I had them standing beside each other, their shoulders were touching. So it makes that one shape. Third, obviously, they're dressed together, so it looks like, gives a sense of unity. And the fourth one model is more expressive than the other one.
Alright guys, that's the end of this tutorial on how to pose your model. And if this video helped you, go ahead and hit that like button. If you want to subscribe, go ahead and subscribe. I'm trying to put out videos every week, the best I can. Also, it will help me guys if you guys leave a comment below. Tell me what you liked about the video, what you didn't like about the video, what could have added, what I could have taken out, whatever. It will so help me so I can, when I make these videos, I can make them so you guys can like them and enjoy them and learn something from them. That's my goal, is to help out beginners, to help you guys out with photography or videography, but it's mainly photography, but really to help you guys out so you guys can have a great portfolio out there to show other people, especially on Instagram, and just really just have a great experience in photography. And that's my goal, is to help you guys and give you guys an aha moment, or wow, I didn't know about that. That's my goal with this channel. So leave a comment below, let me know what you guys think, and yeah, like I said, hit the like button, subscribe. And with all that said, I'm Bradley Hughes, this is A Photography, and I'll catch you guys in the next